ó dẹ̀ tún ti fi wọ́n ti fobìnrin tì lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ìyẹn ń gà tán rìn báyìí ó rìn òun là tán mo ní àá mo rò pé wọ́n nídìí ni Yọmí ní kò ní kejì àbí kí ló kí ló wàá fi ṣe kí ló fi ṣe tán Mọ́ńjọ́lá tó ń gàdìrín.
Oh, I don't know what stupidity Miss exhibiting there, but then what do you expect from from a grown fool like him? But it's fine. Let's
He's
see
an
for how
attention
long he can
seeker.
remain there.
Attention
Yeah,
seeker ni
only
Ọlọ́run.
Betuni is just a cheap scam artist also. He wants money
You
by
know
all means, so
yes
them
ó ó ti fi idea drop ọ̀rọ̀ owó o òun nǹkan tá à ń ṣe yìí láti lè
I'm
push
not
ẹ̀ sí
raise
next
the one.
level.
Wọ́n ti raise the 1 million fún lọ́dọ̀ Paparazzo lánàá alánà yẹn náà.
Ah, Papariano sì ń
Yes.
fọ́ọ̀lù fún Yomi. It's alright.
Ah. Not my fault. They're a wicked set of people. Anything that looks like movement to them, looks like traction, they just want to, they don't care where it's even leading them to. They'll just pour their attention into it. But it's good for them. It's good for them. You keep enjoying your freedom while it lasts.
And
Just
let
keep enjoying
mosquito
it.
enjoy you too. Gbogbo owó tó o bá kó yẹn èyí tó máa lọ ná sí malaria ló máa pọ̀ jù ń bẹ̀.
And just a quick one. Ẹ̀yin wa, let's be calming down nígbà míì. Ẹ mọ̀, a máa sọ pé bí òkun bá ṣe àbí bí kan ṣe ń fi kọ́lá ẹ máa ń ṣe òkun wó lu káwà rúru. Yes, we want some things to happen, but all these things are processed. And once we jump some process, or once we try to cut some corners, or try to be smart about some things, it will end up hurting the process. That process, you think, because I know on this side, one thing we always want to do is doing slow. Or everybody reporting among me, even while we want it to happen fast, all of us still wants to follow the due process. And that is why we have to be patient with it. Most of the time, due process will not be the fast process. It's not always the fast process. Just for example now, like Yomi yesterday, yes, Yomi has done a whole lot of things that we feel, oh, maybe he should answer some questions to the authorities about it. But there are processes to it. Without laying some groundwork, without having done some things. About they and when they will, yes, they will go there eventually. Then it will be be like an effort in futility. And that's not what we want to be doing. But we need to be careful. Yes, anybody and everybody can put in this action. Let's just make sure we are hitting it where it matters. Not just we want to be. I think my network is acting up again. I'm driving anyway, so that might be the reason.
Okay, you are in transit.
Yeah. So let's just make sure we are eating it where it matters, not just out of our pain, our frustration, our need to see action. If we follow that most of the time, yes, we might get some short-term traction, but eventually everything will dissipate before we say Jack Robinson. There must be a petition. Start the petition, there must be approval of the petition. There must be a statement by the complainant or the complainants to support that petition they have written before the police can now jump into action. If all these processes are not followed, strictly. Tó bá tiẹ̀ ríyàn yẹn gbé, it will be maybe because on lọ́wọ́ agbára bóyá on bribe àwọn ọlọ́pàá kan àbọ̀ ṣe kíní kan, but it won't last. If tó bá gbé àwọn the other side yẹn ni, that's the kind of process, that's the kind of thing they do. That's why you will see that most of their stuff, whatever they try to do, ó ń dọ́jọ́ kan náà lọ. That's why a máa ń fi wọ́n ṣeré pé wọ́n ní kíní kan fún one day and things like that. Àbí ayọ̀ wọn ń dalẹ̀. Ẹ wo irú àwọn ètò try láti ṣe fún àdúrà ń gbà yẹn. Because they didn't follow the right process. No matter how much you spend on it, yes, ó kàn lè ṣó nǹkan ó ṣiṣẹ́ for a while, everything will come falling down. Tó bá gbé Yọ̀mí ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ lánàá, wọ́n á fi sílẹ̀ láàárọ̀ yìí. If tá a bá ṣe àwọn steps kan tó yẹ ká ṣe ṣáájú, if there was no genuine complaint, petition, if there was no approval of the petition, if there was no statement to support that petition, tó bá tiẹ̀ gbé náà, eventually it will be like they are abusing his rights. He has the right to protest. He's got freedom. He has this liberty in Nigeria that he can do what he's doing right now. But if we want to be, we have to be tactical about these things. I know it's out of the need, out of the frustration, but no, this guy cannot continue, which is righteous frustration, sort of. But then we still have to be tactical about it. I believe you get where I'm going with that. So that's that for that. About the PNA hearing that came up today. So it was supposed to be on the 9th, but the calendar of the court was kind of busy. They had to move it quickly. So, in fact, why I feel we should talk about it now is because I've not been that much online since, but when I came online, I've been seeing some wrong narrations out there of misrepresentation of the facts. And you know, when you have this life going around, you are compelled to come out to put the right position out. Otherwise, I will not be here talking about it because the thinking was to wait till at least we get the ruling of the court out before we talk about it. So that with the ruling of the court, we have everything, we have all the evidence we need to talk about, we have it with us. But now that we've seen that they are out there putting out the wrong narratives, putting out truth with the aim of deceiving people, thinking they've gotten a sort of victory or something like that. That's why we are compelled to come out and talk about it and set the record straight. So the matter came up today. Even Josie and their lawyer Sanshitu, they were not aware that the matter will be coming up today. It was Omomi's lawyer that had to call Sanshitu that there's a matter in court today, this morning. And you know, as usual, unprepared as they are, he had to send one very junior lawyer down to the court, rushing down to the courts today. The lawyer was there. The courts, they presented both applications. You remember we said we have two applications before the courts. One from Joseph Aloba, one from Omoumi. And you can believe you can still remember what the applications are all about. So the judge saw the applications and the judge decided in its wisdom that both application, hearing both application and deciding on both application will be an abuse of court process. That they rather listen to one application, the originating application, because the issue was brought to the court by Joseph Aloba that now that he has an application, they want to listen to what he has to say. That Omomi's application should be stepped down for now. Then the application came up. He wants to go and do the DNA abroad. And the judge laughed. And the judge faced Omomi's lawyer, because the lawyer they sent was a very junior one to Omomi's lawyer. So it was more like a conversation between the judge and Omomi's lawyer. So he faced Omomi's lawyer and said, "Oh, are they doing DNA in Nigeria now? Since these people say they want to do their own abroad." And they both laughed about it that no, everything is, is still abroad. And the judge said, what do they really want? That they said they want to make sure it is done in a recognized hospital, at a recognized hospital. And the judge said, that is their job. That is not the first thing that's not the first DNA they are doing. It's a family court. That is what they are, that's their specialization. That's what they are specializing, doing this kind of case, doing this kind of DNA. And the judge now said, the involvement of everybody, both Joseph Aloba, Omomi, and their representative, will be up to sample collection. So first, let me drive home a point. No order was granted today. No court order was granted today.
Thank you.
Josie's, yeah. Josie's request to do DNA abroad was set aside. Omomi's request to get a court order to do our own separate DNA was set aside because they said it will be an abuse of the court process, that they cannot listen to two applications on a particular case, that the court has already granted another, granting another order on that same suit, on that same issue, will be an abuse of the court process. So no court order was granted today. What the ruling was today is that the court will strictly monitor the DNA, the conduct of it, that they will collect samples from Mohbad and from Liam. The court will be in charge of that. And most importantly, the court will decide two hospitals to use that will not be known beforehand to any of these parties. Again, the court will be the one to choose two reputable hospitals to use that will not be known to any of the parties beforehand. Of course, they will get to know when the result come out. But before then, none of the parties will know which hospital the court will be using. Their involvement will be come and identify the body of Mohbad at Yaba Military Hospital, bring Liam for sample taking. That will be the involvement of the family members. That's Joseph Aloba and Omowumi. And up to that point, their involvement stops. The court takes over. The welfare officer from the court will be the one monitoring the process and reporting directly back to the judge. The cost of this DNA will be borne by Joseph Aloba, of course, as agreed in the terms of settlement earlier agreed last year. So the points to note, because I can see they are pushing out different narratives out there, the point to note is that no order was granted today. The hospitals to be used, the two hospitals the court decided on, because the court initially said one hospital, but Barrister Kabru, Omomi's lawyer, insisted that we should make it two separate hospitals. And the court said yes. Even though Barrister Kabru was suggesting that if it's the cost issue that we can pay. But the court said no. The agreement was this man has to pay for the cost, then that still remains. That we should not bother about any form of payment. And also, most importantly, the hospitals to be used will not be known beforehand until the result comes out. Not Omawumi, not Joseph Aloba, or their representatives would know about the hospitals. When the result comes out, of course, the result will be read in the court. From there, they will know which hospitals or which clinics or sample collection centers were involved in the process. So, Google, whatever they've been sending out there, that, oh, court granted an order for DNA to be done. No, court did not grant any order. The consent judgment given by the court all this while is what is still being followed. The only order that was issued was the one issued last year. And the order was to the hospital, Yaba military hospital, there, to allow doctors or whoever the specialists are to take sample from Mohbad because the body is still in their custody. They need a court order to gain entrance for sample collection. And that was the only order issued by the court. And that order is still existing. And that it's upon that the court now decided that even the DNA you're talking about, you guys will not be involved. Your involvement is just to present yourself for sample collection and to identify the right body to be taking samples from. So that you don't come back and say, oh, any our person, look at the sample here. Okay, this is Mohbad. You both know this is Mohbad. Good. Oh yeah, and you doctor, take your sample. Where is Liam? You both agree this is Liam. Good. And you doctor, Egba sample. Then at that point, they know nothing again. And the court will reconvene in November 11th. And the expectation of the court, the expectation there is that the result would have been out before that time. So the November 11 is for the reading of the result of the DNA. They expect that before now till November 11, the result would have been out. The process will commence. We were waiting to get the CTC of the ruling. Because with the CTC of the ruling, that's what will bring every other thing into motion. So that we're already pushing for that. At this point, we're the one pushing for it. We know they will not push for it. So we're pushing for it. We'll be the one chasing the registrar of the court and the court itself to make sure this is done on time. And in case Joseph Aloba wants to delay again, the court can hold him in contempt. But again, no court order was granted. Josie will not know any hospital that will be used. This one, they said, one hospital in Nigeria, one hospital abroad. The, what's it called? The court will decide the hospitals to be used. And both hospital, I tell you, will be in Nigeria because it only makes sense logically that no hospital will come from abroad to come and collect samples here. They have partners here. They have clinics here. They have, what do they call it again? Specialist hospital here. They have partnership with that collects the sample for them. And those ones send it abroad to them. They do it, they analyze it, they send the result back. No hospital in abroad will come here to collect sample. As the same way, no hospital in Nigeria analyzes or does the DNA test. So I believe I'm clear enough. If there's any question or if there's anything still not clear, I'm here to answer any question.
Order. Court. Any question? Wọ́n ti explain dáadáa. Ṣé kò sí question?
Nígbà ìpá àwọn èèyàn ti sùn lọ pẹ̀lú West Manager, ṣó ti lọ́ǹgì jù ni.
Àwọn èèyàn ò sùn o. I ti break it down, so that was a good one.
Tẹ́ ń gbọ́ Lilibet. Lilibet ní káwọn panelists present nípa àwọn ní question náà.
àǹtí mi nurse.
Kí lẹ fẹ́ ká sọ?
Kò sí.
Ìyàtọ̀ wà ń bẹ̀ o.
Àbòlábò ẹni sùúrù o. Àbòlábò ẹni sùúrù o.
Ok, mo sáré wá sí di fóònù kí n wá sọ̀rọ̀ ní ìgbà tán náà sọ̀rọ̀.
Ẹ ó yẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ ńsìn. Àǹtí mi nurse tó wà ní second yẹn ni mo bá rí pé ìyàtọ̀ wà ń bẹ̀ báyìí o. Àǹtí mi nurse tó. Wọ́n kọ́kọ́ wá fún wa love date yẹn.
I came up because of VC10.
Má mọ ibi tí ara mi máa ń wà sí. Ẹ mọ̀ kí mo mọ ibi tẹ́nu mi lé bébé sí.
VC10. Can you see the difference?
Carry your cross. Wọ́n ní tell me, am I making sense? Which one be my own?
VC10.
The difference is clear. It's 10 to 100.
When we're not talking about mental problem, if we're talking about mental illness now, VC10.
Hey, stop. It's enough. Don't do that to my sister. Hey, stop.
No, but wait, panelists, pretend to have question now. Mr. Paita, you've said it all. You know, we on this end, we don't even stress on DNA. It's Josie team that right now they will be having serious headaches, different question. Baba is the one that ordered it, so it's Baba that will choose. Baba will decide. What are they going to do now, Mr. Paita? Okay, that's the question. What are they going to do with this verdicts today? Mr. Paita, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. What are they going to do about what?
These verdicts now, because before they were all screaming that because this is their last hope.
It's a favorable verdict for them now. They want
No,
the court will do the DNA for them. What
no,
else
no,
do
no,
they
no,
want?
no. That's not what they want. They say Baba is the one that ordered, the father of Mohbad, Mr. Joseph. So therefore, he's the one that will choose where he wants to do his DNA. He's the one that will this, he's the one that will that. Now that is the court that is doing it themselves, what can they do about it? I know they said Baba Liam has bought all the courts in Lagos. What would they do?
You will say according to vengeance.
According to all of them. According to all of
vengeance, because it's vengeance that normally champion that.
Okay, now jokes apart, seriously, how do we put this the right information across? Because all these blogs, to be honest, I don't really care about what they put today. Like I've seen Insta blog, I've seen all of that. I don't really care. What's the most important thing is when the main result comes out, that should be published on all the media blogs and whatever.
The only issues that we have now is that if they've been thinking of how they will manipulate this before now, it is now clear that all their manipulation, of course, we know that there's nothing they can manipulate here without risking jail time for themselves and everybody involved in it. But now it is very clear that there is no way to escape the reality anymore. They have to do what they set out to do, and of course, they'll be embarrassed at the end of it.
Of course. And now, as you have said, the next sitting is November 24th. So I believe that's when the results will be read. So all this one that Josie will say, no, he's not ready. He's going to, the way he was just taking his time and, just prolonging the matter. So now that the court has taken that power away from him. So do you think there's any need to put this out, like the real story, instead of what they posted on all the blogs?
No, once we get out the CTC of the ruling, we'll put that out, and that will counter whatever they have
Whatever they
in the
said.
blogs.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Everything is good. Well, good. Wumi is good. Liam is good. Now them they cry. So November 21st is almost here. Abi, is it November 11th? I can't remember. Who else has question now? You guys should talk. That British. That British.
Another thing is, normally we are used to them coming out to change narrative and change what has happened in the court always. So you should
Mm.
not be surprised at whatever narrative they put out there. Yeah, I don't get myself worried. The cocoa be say, I won't do the DNA. And the true thing is, when the result comes out, everybody will know their position and everybody will be fine. And that's
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I said that the main our main goal should be the result. Once the result is broadcasted worldwide, CNN self everywhere, because that's the plan. They don't want anybody to know the result. But now,
another thing, please, I will wrong. Although, yeah, this one will be DNA safe, but at
mm,
least Mr. Paita is still there. So even if I'm saying something else, he will come to my rescue right now. Another thing I want us to know that information was said today that me I held on to because I leave the DNA to Mr. Pythagoras is about the body of Mohbad. All these things we've been hearing about, wọ́n lọ ṣe kinní kan ní body Mohbad, wọ́n lọ ṣe kinní kan, all is a big lie.
of course.
Like I got because me I was just worried. Like people have been going there, if they go and get a wrong thing, blah blah. I was trying to ask a lot of questions, and so I was like, it's a military morgue now that nobody can even go there, blah blah blah. We're like, oh, now that the court have released the body and all of that, they said no, there's nothing like that. Not until the DNA sample has been taken and everything about the DNA is done, yeah, that they can now release the body. So all this narrative of Josie don't go do DNA, he don't go take sample for Mohbad body, he had his own personal DNA, all those things are just big lies out there that they've been pushing out. Because me, I was just concerned about it. I said, no, all those things we are hearing, that it's just a social media story to talk about. Mr. Paitashe Muso Dada, sorry.
Mr.
Yes,
Paita,
you
what are
are on
you doing?
point.
I'm on point. I'm beginning to be okay. Lawyer, they respect me.
Lọ-
Oh, I don't sabi what pass you.
àti pọ̀ sí yín lára nìyẹn.
But she might tell you. They might tell you. They might tell you.
So I hear a couple. I can see a couple of questions there. That what if Josie is saying he doesn't have money? No, Josie is there, not at this point. But then, tó bá náwó lówó náà, wọ́n máa ṣe on his behalf, gbèsè ẹ̀ ni ó máa san náà ni.
Mm.
Mr.
Because we do
Bàtà sọ
it,
pé ẹ
gbèsè ẹ̀
ṣiṣẹ́
ni.
sọ ẹ mention ẹ pé àwa tiẹ̀ tún sọ pé kọjá san ẹyọ kan jọ́ọ̀jẹ́ no.
Yeah, pé gbèsè ẹ̀ ni òkú mọ́mí
Gbèsè
ẹ̀
ẹ̀ ni ó
gan ló
máa
máa sín.
If you had known, you should have just followed the first one. Mr. Paita. He should have just followed the first one when they issued the first one.
Jẹ́jẹ́ ni.
I'm telling you, the guy, I don't even know his advisors. Well, let me take that back. We know
No,
his
the point is
advisors.
that they don't want they see all they want to do is just to delay. So they're still having their way. Even now, to them also offer force one now. They are still having their way. They wanted to delay it all this while. And that's what they still want. If they still find any avenue to continue to delay it, they will still use it.
No, even as he said he wanted to go and do it abroad,
Mm.
do you think he would have brought out the results in a month? As in the way
That's what
the
I'm
court.
saying now. If delaying, they will delay it for 1 year. You will hear that the
Exactly,
hospital
but the court
abroad.
has taken that away from him now. He doesn't have the
Exactly.
power to do that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Doesn't have the power to do that. Look at how long it took for him to release the autopsy results. Do you get what I'm saying? That's the plan. That's what he planned to do with this DNA. But now, that judge, I love him. I mean, that magistrate. I hope Kofi doesn't curse him this night. These people, they are losers, Joe. They are losers. Wumi is still good. Everything Wumi requested that the court should be the one to do the DNA. She's getting it just as she wanted. So we are good over here. November 11th is almost here.
That part,
Questions,
nobody will even
questions.
know the hospital. That one sweet me die.
Of course, as it should be. As it should
Please,
be.
I want to go to Ibadan. My person that did autopsy for me,
Uh,
want to conduct DNA.
Muyiwa too came. We are doing tissue DNA. Foolish man. I doing tissue DNA. So now, anything the court gives them, if they like, they should not collect. There's nothing they can do about it. Because this one is going to be notarized by the government, Nigerian government. Liam, you're a special baby.
And please, I will still want to talk about this. Team Wumi, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa calm down gan. Ẹ má máa jẹ́ ká máa wà worried. We don't have anything to be worried or be bothered about. Mr. Joseph, kò sáyè. Kò sáyè o. Tí bá ti rí space, màá gbé yín ṣe ti gbọ́. So we have to always watch it. Àti máa ń káyà sókè jù. Team Josie will drop info, and the next thing àwa náà ti máa máa gbé, àti máa máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ without really knowing what, if they bring it out and táwa náà ti sáré gbà, táwa náà ti sọ pé tó bá jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn náà ní kíní kan, it's more or less like we really accept what they are pushing out there. We've known these people from the beginning till today. Irọ́ òótọ́ kan ò tẹnu wọn jáde rí. But we are always eager, like, hey, a fẹ́ mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀, ó yá. Bẹ́ẹ̀ tètè gbọ́, bẹ́ẹ̀ pẹ́ gbọ́. Is you knowing what you're supporting. Òun ló jẹ́ the most important thing. I'm supporting a good cause, stand on it. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí any narrative or any story tẹ́ bá gbọ́n ta kó tiẹ̀ dàbí anything lówájú yín. Ṣé understand? So me, I don't gbogbo àwọn ẹ̀ sáré gbé update ìyá yín yìí, bébè sí eyes ago ní lọ́dọ̀ mi o. So please, I'm just trying to give us that assurance again. Ẹ má calm down. Ẹ má tẹ̀ jẹ́jẹ́ gan. We are here today because we've been that smart group. Àwọn gan máa ń sọ kò ń ṣe pé fumble. Pé those team, they are this, they are that, the way they do their things, you won't even know. Yes. And that is why we are just where we are now. And we can continue because we are almost there by doing what? Being calm and pushing it the way we've been pushing it to give us that better and good results. Thank you. Ẹ má máa káyà sókè o, hypertension pọ́ńtà o. Mr. Yellow, come back. Hey, hello? Tue. Mr. Jukia.
Me has a very good team. And when he's talking about team, of course, yes. He's referring to mainly the like our legal team, our advisors. Then of course we are our fans and family, basically our supporters. Yeah, because we get brain now. They use brain, so. So let's see, we're almost there. It's almost done. After 11th, they don't have anything to say again. We see 10. Narabu. Tell me what now? I'm calling all the panelists. I want everybody to contribute now. President.
Yes. What you've been saying is the same thing we've been saying. So after 11, anybody that comes out to say any rubbish, then they will face the law for it. So we are waiting. We are earnestly waiting for the journey to be conducted, and Pythagoras has explained everything. I don't think I have any question to ask. So then we're hoping for the D-Day to hear the results.
Mm.
So we just hope that after the results they will calm down. I don't know. So
No,
and if they
they should
don't,
not calm down now.
and if they don't, they
Kirikiri
face the law.
is
Yeah.
open. Is
So
open for
I'm so
them.
happy that today that that woman said, the ASP Josephine said, even those people abroad, that
Yeah,
actions will be taken
Interpol.
against them.
Yeah, Interpol
Interpol, there
can
will
get
be
them.
Interpol.
Yeah.
So I think they can listen now. So I think it's going to, a lot of things are going to get better. That's just what I want to say. Things will get better because now we have police officers on Black App, on social media with them, so they can see and monitor the activities. I'm
Mm-hmm.
very sure it's going to reduce all this cyber stalking and cyber bullying. And like the person that went to the panel said that they need a scapegoat. I think that is really crucial.
Yeah.
If one person is being arrested, I tell you, the rest will calm down. So it's not just about talking. We need action. So if they can do it, we are not press.
Mm.
So in due time, if one person is arrested, other people will calm down. As in, bring one of those people abroad. Immediately that woman was talking, I was so happy that at least Jesse, Eyiku will hear, and Comfy, they can hear, and we'll see what will happen. Let's see how it unfolds. That's it.
Yeah. Well said. Well said. They actually need to start with a celebrity as a scapegoat,
Exactly.
so they can see that it's not a joke. Do you get? And it will bring a lot of awareness to the cybercrime law, because there are some people that still don't know about it. But once a celebrity is used as a scapegoat, I believe it will go viral.
Yes, and I even said the presence of that woman on Black App is very, very, very useful. Because she's dishing out a lot of information, a lot of things that a lot of people are not aware.
Yeah, to be
So
honest,
she's
that's our job. It's
yes,
something they should have been doing a long time ago.
doing a long time. Yes.
PRO, public
So
relations officer. So,
yes, I'm so glad.
but I think
So
she should just stay on TikTok alone. She should stream on YouTube, Facebook,
on
and all
YouTube,
that.
yeah, maybe someone will advise, yes, on IG, so that you will
Yeah,
not
her
be
friend is on
TikTok.
the panel. A friend, a new friend. I'm sure her friend is taking notes, so her friend will tell her. That's a joke. Oh, that British is not her friend. Oh. Yeah, but that's good. So tomorrow now, let's hear what Adejobi
That's what they say. All area cool and
cool
calm.
and calm.
Yes,